हेलो गाइस। इस वीडियो में आपका स्वागत है। आज हम लाए हैं कॉन्सेप्ट्स का पार्ट 3। ठीक है। इसमें हम डिस्कस करेंगे एक्सीलरेशन, रिटार्डेशन और ग्राफ्स के बारे में। ठीक है। एक्सीलरेशन एंड रिटार्डेशन। जनरली बॉडीज डू नॉट मूव विथ यूनिफॉर्म वेलोसिटीज। ओके। जनरली बॉडीज क्या यूनिफॉर्म वेलोसिटी से मूव नहीं करती। वो either वेरिएबल वेलोसिटी नहीं मूव करते हैं। वेलोसिटी ऑफ बॉडी चेंजेस आइदर इन मैग्नीट्यूड और इन डायरेक्शन और इन बोथ एज वेल एज इन डायरेक्शन। ओके। अगर वो क्या होगा, वो चेंज हो रहा होगा तो मैग्नीट्यूड में होगा, वो डायरेक्शन में होगा या फिर बोथ में होगा। मोशन ऑफ ए प्लैनेट और सैटेलाइट इन सर्कुलर पाथ इज आल्सो विद वेरिएबल वेलोसिटी। पिछले वीडियो में हम देखा था, अगर एक सर्कल में अगर वो ऑब्जेक्ट मूव घूम रहा है तो फिर देखो, इस इस पॉइंट में उसका डायरेक्शन यहाँ होना चाहिए, पर होता कहाँ है? यहाँ। इस पोजीशन में उसका डायरेक्शन यहाँ होना चाहिए, बट होता है यहाँ। तो फिर क्या होता है, उसका डायरेक्शन इज चेंजिंग at every instant. Okay, so at every possible point, so thus it is moving with a variable velocity. If the velocity of the body increases with time, the motion is said to be accelerated. If in the bicycle you can see that there is an accelerator. What does that mean? Accelerator is means that it will increase your velocity. Okay, but it accelerates, it gives you extra power so that the speedometer shows from 40 to it will increase to 60 when you press the accelerator. It's not press it when you turn it, when you give it a full throttle. Okay. So why similarly, while if the body velocity of the body decreases with time. Okay. When you press the accelerator, when you push the accelerator, turn the accelerator in such a in the, what would be that way, in clockwise direction, that will happen, then that will accelerate. When you move it in anti-clockwise direction, it will de-accelerate, or it is, can be said, retarded. Okay. Thus retardation is the negative acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity with time. Okay. Acceleration is increase in velocity per second, while the retardation is decrease in velocity per second. But simply you can say that the acceleration is the rate of change of velocity with time. If that increases, then that would be acceleration. If it is decreases, then it would be retardation. Okay. Thus, acceleration is numerically equal to change in velocity in 1 second. How much velocity is changed in 1 second? That is known as the acceleration. So simply acceleration can be said as equal to change in velocity by time interval. How much velocity is changed by the total time taken? That would be your acceleration. Unit would be what? If the velocity is unit is meter per second and the time interval is second, so that would be meter per second square. Okay. SI unit would be meter per second square. CGS unit would be centimeter per second square. Relation for acceleration. Let a body be moving in a straight line in one direction with an initial velocity u. If the body is moving in a straight line with a initial velocity u, its velocity changes in a short time interval, that will be t, and the final velocity v. Final velocity becomes b after time interval t. Okay. So the change in velocity will be what? Final minus initial, that would be v minus u. So time taken would be t. So you can use that a is equal to b minus u by t, or simply v is equal to u plus at. Okay, this is a one type of one. This is one equation of motion that we will learn in the next video. Okay, leave it to that. If v is greater than u, okay, if the final velocity is greater than initial velocity, then we can say that a is positive. Thus, a is acceleration. If the final velocity is less than initial velocity, then the a is negative and a is retardation. Means if you are traveling in a road and you see that the road is empty, then what you will do? You will accelerate, and you are about to reach your destination. Okay. Means you are only to 10 meters from your destination, so you want to what? You have to, you will not accelerate there. If you accelerate, you will, means you will cross the destination. So what you have to do? You have to retard. You have to retardation too. You have to do retardation so that the velocity of the vehicle in that which you are traveling will reduce from, means the it will keep on reducing. So at the from the time in which you deaccelerate, that would be higher than the final. So in that case, retardation occurs. Okay. Suppose a car initially at rest on starting acquires a velocity 20 meter per second, 10 second. Okay, the change in velocity is 20 meter per second to 0 meter per second. If it is moving initially, it is what 0, but finally it's 20. So then what would be? Acceleration would be 20 minus 0. That would be 2 meter per second square. Okay. If a car initially moving with a velocity 25 meter per second is brought to rest in 5 seconds. Okay. If it is moving at 25 meter per second and is brought to rest in 5 seconds, then what would be? A would be 0 minus 25 by 5. That would be minus 5 meter per second square would be acceleration, whereas retardation would be 5 meter per second square. Okay, got it? It's an easy one. Okay. Acceleration is a vector quantity. It is represented by the symbol A. Okay. The direction of acceleration is the direction of change of velocity. For the motion in a straight line, the acceleration is in direction of motion of the body. Okay. It may be mentioned here that the acceleration of a body does not determine its direction of motion, while the velocity determines its direction of motion. The positive or negative sign of acceleration tells us whether the velocity is increasing or decreasing with time, whereas the positive or negative sign of velocity tells its direction. Okay, we know that the direction means the positive or negative sign we associate with vector quantity. So that means by that we can say that in which direction it is moving. But in case of acceleration, positive and negative sign is denoted in case of whether the body is accelerating or the body is retarding. Okay, what then there is uniform acceleration. The acceleration is said to be uniform when equal changes in velocity take place in equal intervals of time. Okay, means if your velocity is changing at a constant rate. Okay, at a constant rate means